What is going on, everybody? Here it is, my 2003 350Z. There was just a bee flying in front of the lens, sorry about that. Tucker drove this up here from Florida. He purchased it, I sent him some money, he purchased it in Florida, and a couple videos back I kind of talked about the plans and the idea behind this build and what we're going to do. And some things have changed a little bit just because of where I'm at. I'm in Kentucky. I don't have a shop at my house. I actually don't even have a garage at my new house. It was kind of a, I had to just get into a house quick for the family, and then this kind of comes second to family, of course. But a family friend of ours is letting us use their garage space sometimes. And the other thing I'm having problems with is finding a place to test the car with the modifications. There's a couple tracks within a few hours, and then there's also, since I'm in the middle of nowhere, Kentucky, a few like places. Mexico. Well, not even that, like private roads that family friends, like driveways that we can test on, and we'll show you that in another video. But this video, we're talking about the car. So it's an 03. I think it used to be red. Paint's all right. The drivetrain seems great. Tucker drove it up from Florida. That's 12 hours. I got to drive it around town, probably 30 miles. Tucker took the car, got the diff welded at Juku, pulled it, filled it, did all that work for me. Much appreciated. And I've got some clips from his adventures getting this car ready to go and driving it up here. So I'm gonna insert those now. Do it. So, a few takeaways from that footage you just saw. The car had some terrible stickers on it when we got it. Yeah, but other than that, pretty good shape, right? AC works, it's got everything. This car will be getting an LS for the people that are curious if I'm going to keep it stock. We are going to keep it stock for a while. We're actually even going to put an ECU behind the stock motor and see if we can pull a little bit more power out of it. And but we do have an LS on the side getting pieced together to go in before Grid Life, because the party at Grid Life, it helps with a little bit of power. I tried to drive with some guys that had lower horsepower last year at Grid Life, like Taylor and Pat and their Z's, or Z and G, and it was just, that track needs power. Like, it's not fun with power. So it's gonna get an LS, but it's gonna be basic. It's not gonna be a 408 stroker with a dog box. We're gonna run the stock trans with an ISR adapter plate setup, comp clutch, and then a pretty basic 6-liter LS. All ISR rear suspension arms, ISR rear subframe bushings, diff bushings. We've actually got them in the back of the car here. We're gonna jump onto another video right after I'm done filming this. ISR upper control arms, and one thing I'm really excited about that just got announced for the Z chassis is a new GK Tech angle kit that's super affordable, and I can't wait to throw that on. I've heard of guys getting upwards of 55 degrees of steering angle with a kit that is, I think, $250. Is that right? I think it's 250 bucks, which is insane. So I'm really excited to try that out and compare it to, like, driven with SLR, PBM, YSFAB, and for the price, you know, I mean, it's unbeatable. So we're gonna try it out, and it utilizes the stock control arm, I believe, doesn't it?
The lower one?
Yeah, lower one, the stock lower control arm. So anyways, really excited for that. BC coilovers are on their way. We got a custom built long stroke DS series coilover. Set of Koenig wheels up at the house. We're gonna be installing those in tomorrow's video as well.
Look good.
Oh dude, they're gonna look so
They
sick.
look good.
Wrapped in Accelera tires, of course. We're doing all NRG interior pieces, so seats, harnesses, steering wheel, quick release.
Reveal the paint.
What?
Reveal the paint.
What paint?
Color.
What color is it?
What are you talking about?
What color is my car?
Blue.
I don't know yet. I don't know what color the car is going to be. So let's see what else. Brian Tooley Racing came on board to help out with the LS stuff, which I'll be talking about in depth later on. Why I chose the cam kit and valve train kit that I chose, and what kind of power we're expecting from that kit and this 6-liter. Cosmetically on the outside, I'm really trying to not give a F about this car, so we're gonna keep stock panels and just kind of run with it. We'll see how the wheels fit, because we're doing 18 by 9.5 front and rear plus 25. I'm really excited for you guys to see the wheels. And handbrake. I picked up a Villains handbrake. We're going to run an inline setup, which I've been driving with inline setups a lot lately out at the School of Drift, and I'm confident that with a good brake pad, there's no reason why you need a dual caliper setup. Just more weight, more money. So I'm trying to keep this thing cheap. We're going to be running the stock fuel tank, which there has been a few people that have reached out to me and said that these cars have a fuel starvation problem once the fuel level gets below about a half tank. So we're going to try to remedy that with a radium external surge tank, and with a pump inside the surge tank, utilizing the stock pump as a lift pump to fill that surge tank, and then a radium filter, fuel filter, before the engine. So big shout out to Radium for coming on board, and then we might end up having to do some sort of like a hydro mat setup in the bottom. Holly makes one, so maybe we'll use that. And then, man, anything else you want to add about the car? It drives straight. It is a salvage title. So, yeah, I mean, the partners this year, I know I kind of just talked about the parts, but I just want to kind of give a shout out to them, because without them, this build wouldn't be happening. I would not be driving this year. YouTube videos would probably not be happening right now. So big shout out to everybody. Tire Streets, Accelera Tires, Koenig Wheels, BC Racing, ISR Performance, Injuku Racing, NRG, Brian Tooley Racing, Bell Raceworks. There's some other parts I got coming, and I want them to be a surprise for you guys because I'm very excited. Bell Raceworks, Radium Engineering. Anybody else come on board? Yep. GK Tech, my boys, Dan Brockett, Officer Dan. So yeah, really excited. We got some great weather today, so we're gonna get cracking on the car. I just wanted to fill you guys in a little bit on what was going on. It took a little bit longer to get the car up here. We had some logistic issues to transport the car up here. We got it all figured out. Tucker made it safe and sound. If you can see that wing, Tucker, move your head. If you can see that terrible fucking wing, I'm going to be ripping that off first thing. First thing, like right now, as soon as this video is over, I'm taking that off. Yeah, so we'll give them a little walk around. I mean, this does have a salvage title. We ran the VIN and it said that there was some front end damage. We can't find that front end damage, so whatever they did.
Could be minor.
Could be minor.
Minor.
We don't know. But I'm going to give you guys a little walk around of this car and we'll talk about it. So in the back, it's pretty clean other than this terrible wing. One thing we did notice was that the paint on this quarter panel is a little bit more faded. And we might have a little bit of Bondo here. Can't tell. I'm sure that somebody that does body work can tell right away. But it looks pretty good, so I'm not too concerned. This car was painted, and it was painted black. Black is notorious for orange peel, so that's one thing that we kind of have to deal with. It's crazy how much space these stock VQs take up in the engine bay compared to like an LS in one of these. But everything's factory. And we do have a little bit of a valve cover gasket leak back there. And is this one in the front?
Yeah, a little bit in the front.
Yeah, a little bit in the front.
I mean, nothing in the front, no main seals or anything in the front.
Yeah, front looks good.
Belts look good.
So what Tucker's talking about as far as front end damage, you want to try to look down at the frame rails, which they're right down there. You can't really see on my camera, I'm sorry, but look for crinkles in metal, right? So these front core supports are all plastic, which is great because they can be replaced if there's a front end collision. But up here, you want to look for maybe like creases or I don't know, like crumpled spots where these spot welds are. Maybe back here you want to look for stuff. I mean, these are shaped pretty fucking weird already, but just look at it, you know. Does everything line up? Does it all seem like it's
is there new seam
okay
sealer?
Yeah, is there new seam sealer? These are important things that you want to watch out for and address if there's a problem. That is a problem. So shout out to previous owner. But all in all, pretty good. The paint could be better. Looks like a Mako job. Let's look inside. Stock everything. Some rips in the seat that they zip tied. This one has 181,000 miles on it, which isn't the end of the world because this engine isn't going to be in here very long. Little sneak peek at what we got going on today. Should be fun. So I'm super rusty at YouTubing and I forgot to film another outro. So this is my outro. I'm working on tomorrow's video. Tune in tomorrow for the first video, doing some modifications to the Z. Thanks for watching this video. Tucker, sign us off here, dude. Deuces.